In the heart of Poland, in the city of Torunia on the banks of the Vistula, a boy named Nicolaus Copernicus opened his eyes to the world in the year 1473. The cold, dark Polish winter contrasted with the warmth of the family home, where little Nicholas grew up surrounded by affection and curiosity. His father, a prosperous merchant, and his mother, from a family of merchants, fostered his interest in knowledge from an early age. Orphaned at an early age, he found refuge and guidance in his uncle, Bishop Lucas Watsonrode, a man of great influence and vision. Lucas, aware of his nephew's potential, became his mentor and protector. Under his tutelage, Nicholas received a privileged education, exploring the humanities and arts at the prestigious University of Krakow. There, he immersed himself in the study of Latin, grammar, rhetoric, philosophy, and mathematics, laying the foundations for his future intellect. But it was in Italy, the cradle of the Renaissance, where the seed of scientific curiosity germinated with force. Thanks to the support of his uncle, Copernicus was able to travel to the universities of Bologna and Padua, centers of knowledge and intellectual effervescence. There, he immersed himself in the study of canon law, medicine and, above all, astronomy. The ideas of the ancient Greeks, such as Aristarchus of Samos, who centuries before had proposed a heliocentric universe, resonated in his mind. The observation of the night sky, the contemplation of the movement of the planets, aroused in him a deep concern. Was the Earth not the center of the universe, as was believed until then? This question, planted in his youth, would accompany him throughout his life, driving him to challenge established conceptions and revolutionize our understanding of the cosmos. The starry nights of Italy, under a clear and deep sky, were the breeding ground for the Copernican revolution. Back in Poland, Nicolaus Copernicus took up a church post in Frombork, a quiet town on the Baltic Sea in the Warmia region. Although his position required a dedication to administration and religious affairs, he found time and quiet to pursue his true passion, astronomy. In a tower converted into an observatory, Copernicus spent countless hours meticulously observing the sky, recording the movements of the planets and searching for patterns that challenged Ptolemy's geocentric model, which placed the Earth at the center of the universe. For decades, Copernicus accumulated data and performed complex calculations. Little by little, he developed his own theory, a radical idea that would forever change the history of science, heliocentrism. In his model, the Sun was at the center of the universe, and the Earth and the other planets revolved around it in circular orbits. This conception, much simpler and more elegant than Ptolemy's, explained planetary motions more precisely, eliminating the need for complicated epicycles and deference. However, Copernicus was aware of the implications of his theory. At a time when the Church wielded great intellectual power and defended geocentrism as an indisputable truth, challenging dogma was risky. For this reason, he took decades to publish his ideas, fearing the reaction of religious authorities and the scientific community. Despite this, he shared his ideas with a small circle of friends and colleagues, who encouraged him to continue. Finally, in 1543, shortly before his death, his masterpiece appeared, On the Revolutions of the Celestial Spheres. A book that, although initially received with caution and some criticism, would lay the foundations for the scientific revolution that would transform the world, opening the way to a new era of astronomy. The publication of On the Revolutions of the Celestial Spheres marked a turning point in the history of astronomy and science in general. Although Copernicus' heliocentric theory took a while to be accepted by the scientific community, its impact was undeniable and profound. His work inspired other great thinkers, such as Galileo Galilei and Johannes Kepler, who refined and popularized his ideas, proving their validity with precise observations and calculations. Galileo, with his telescope, confirmed the existence of phases on Venus, a phenomenon that could only be explained with the heliocentric model. Kepler, for his part, discovered that the orbits of the planets were not circular, but elliptical, thus perfecting Copernicus' model. Copernicus' legacy goes far beyond astronomy. His courage to challenge established ideas, his scientific rigor, his method of observation and analysis, and his tireless search for the truth make him a role model for anyone who aspires to understand the world around us. In an increasingly complex and uncertain world, Copernicus' spirit reminds us of the importance of questioning, of investigating, of not settling for easy answers, and of defending our convictions with solid arguments. Today, his name resonates in observatories, telescopes, and space programs. His image adorns banknotes and postage stamps. But above all, his legacy lives on in every person who looks up at the night sky and wonders about the mysteries of the universe. Nicolaus Copernicus, the man who moved the earth, continues to inspire us to explore, to discover, and to dream of the stars, reminding us that the pursuit of knowledge is a never-ending journey. His Copernican revolution lives on, prompting us to challenge the boundaries of what is known and to expand our understanding of the cosmos.